Hello, everyone, and welcome. You can sense it through the pageantry, the tradition, the electricity that permeates this place as we get set for a terrific game. And we're all geared up. The anticipation running high. The ball is on the tee, and soon we'll put toe to leather on this season. And he's going to try to return this one. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So Texas Tech will have some work to do after that short return. And this guy feels like a throwback. Back in the day, the running backs were always the stars. This guy fits that mold.
And he can do a lot of different things, too. He's not a one-trick pony. This guy can tote the rock. He can catch the ball. He can block. We might even see him throw the ball in this game. This is a jack of all trades.
They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. Just feeds the running back. And eventually taken down, but what about that spin move? Gives him the first down yardage. And the Red Raiders headed quickly to the line.
You got to feel good for this kid, too. He worked so hard this past offseason to put himself in position to be the starting running back, and he's got a lot of skill, guys. He's got speed.
And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks in the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
On first down, here comes this offense. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking to move it through the air. Going for a big play right off the bat. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
That's an example of the offensive coordinator trying to be aggressive and trying to take a shot. Now, the offense isn't able to click on that play, but moving ahead in the second half, it's important they continue to dial up these big plays. You want to stay aggressive, and you want to keep testing the second.
Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too, understanding the situation. It's third down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you set up fourth down.
From that spot on the field, this is the area that we expert commentators call no man's land. So the call makes sense.
You have to go for it. You're in a situation.
He'll take a shot. It's caught. That's a touchdown. They're on the board first here in the season opener. And the extra point makes it 7-0.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. A first down for the offense. He'll do it himself. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. No huddle here for the offense. Unloads quickly. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. The Red Raiders want to crank the tempo.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call. Really nice execution.
Makes the catch and knocked down. Up-tempo for the offense.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
Wide open downfield. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And the Red Raiders are on the move.
Who says in the RPO pass game you can't throw anything vertically downfield, right? Doesn't all have to be screens and throws at the line of scrimmage. There's a good example of a quarterback pushing the ball vertically downfield after the play fake to the running back.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
He's looking for an open man on second down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Going to throw it over the top of the knee. He got it. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Fires to the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
And how about this play by the offense? 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Everything says it's going to be a run. It's going to be a run. Nice job by the offense. A little sleight of hand, throwing the football, getting the touchdown.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the offense onto the field again. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Nice job in coverage there. Offense trying to take a shot downfield. The defender able to tip that one up in the air and force it incomplete.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And here comes the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Pressure coming. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down. The Red Raiders will line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. And now this offense will take the field again. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there. After the incompletion, looking at 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got his man downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Now a 1st down from the 45-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's going to fire deep. Grabs it inside the 10. snatched it right out of the air and waltzed his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And here's the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
We just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Right down the middle. It's caught. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
He's got his man. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Back to the ground game on the left. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. Facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. They'll try to get it through the air. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
And this offense stays aggressive, and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, third and short, I'd love for you to run it, be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Makes the grab, and he's got the first. And not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing, an easy conversion for this offense.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Caught behind the line. It's Johnson. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. He'll just keep slinging it. They're bringing heat. Got enough space. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
Man, you cannot coach this to quarterbacks. Hard focus downfield, soft focus around you. As soon as he felt the lane, he was gone. No second guessing at all. That was picture perfect, and he uses his speed to just gash the defense.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
On second and goal, they believe he's got a nose for the goal line. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And the extra point is good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. Michigan is currently trailing in this one, but if history has taught us anything over the years, it's that closing out the maize and blue inside the big house is not easy. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Kansas State. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Comes out throwing on first down. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. That keeps the running game churning. Pick up for 5 to the 23.
That didn't bust for a long one, but now third down becomes very manageable. It's not third in eternity. Now the whole playbook, the short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
Snap from the gun on third down. Snags it over the middle. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up. Short fields make successful offenses, just what they want here. Got it in the middle, it's Johnson. Makes the catch, and he's brought down. And the Red Raiders want to move quickly. Fast motion from the offense. Holds and fires complete to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. They'll try to bully their way for the first. The Red Raiders will move the sticks.
I don't need it to be pretty. I just need my inches. Third down in inches. Nice job by getting the first down. Always fall forward, play physical. Don't get east and west. Stay north and south. Nice job by the running back.
Got his man out of the backfield. And a quick completion, an even quicker loss. The defense was right there to knock him down. They'll leave it with him. Just couldn't get away from the tackle.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Lets it go to the end zone. Fires and picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job of his decision-making.
Well, this is not what the doctor ordered in terms of starting field position. Quickly complete. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the first down marker. Wow, already up to 250 catches for his career.
That's a lot of catches. How about the consistency of this young man? The durability, the toughness. He's got all those characteristics, Paul.
250 catches is impressive, too, because every week the defense knows they're trying to get this guy the ball, and still they cannot stop him. Hey, the defense knew coming into this one this guy was going to be a factor, but they have done nothing to stop him. They don't have any...
And he breaks into the open. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown.
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense, seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You can tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he's seeing the field, and these empty sets are really helping him.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. When you've been around like this guy has, you know how valuable picking up the first down with your feet can be. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Takes the easy completion. And he's just run out of bounds, maybe living to fight another day there. It'll be a loss on the play. Well, after not getting a thing done on first down, it's second and long from the 24. He's looking to throw. He makes the connection. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. A strike downfield. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception for this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to an open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
Skips away from pressure. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. He got it. But now there's a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that's about.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
This could turn out to be a huge penalty. Thought they were going to have to settle for 3, and now the offense back on the field with a chance for more. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Operating in the red zone here on second down. He's looking to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And at least they keep him out of the end zone. He's on the 3. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. And it's no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
Guys, we'll see this offense again. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead.
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. He's going for a big play downfield. Pulls it in on the left. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Quarterback will audible. They'll throw it on first down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On third down, he drops to throw. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And he's got it in the end zone.
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you're seeing from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do. And they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they pay it off with a strike from 38 yards out. And he takes this from inside the 5. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, it should come as no surprise we have ourselves a fun matchup in Tallahassee.
And the Red Raiders will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Now this offense is back on the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in.
He uncorks one deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Now on second down after the incompletion. They get to him as he throws. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Makes the grab on the left. On the nasty move, and now he's got room. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. They keep attacking through the air. Firing to the right, complete. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Man, it's so frustrating as a coach because you go into half and you're like, listen, this is what they've been doing. This is what we're getting. Let's go out and execute. And what do? First drive, you throw an interception, you turn the field position to the other side, create momentum immediately. This is an absolute disaster to start the second half.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
And he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him, get him the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Off the RPO, complete. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raider.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Bowling Green is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. They're trailing by 9 to Northwestern. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. He looks that one in nicely.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Coming after it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You've got to put some hits on him, those body blows, so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this bad.
He'll pull it down. He saw just enough daylight to move the sticks and get it done with his legs.
It's really frustrating for a defense when you cover that first play. You knew it was going to be a pass. You cover everything short, but then the quarterback just makes something happen. I mean, just good luck trying to get him. That's why he plays QB. That's why he's so dynamic.
Unloads to the wideout. And the incomplete pass was just too hot to handle. Ball still spotted at the 34. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. What a snag by the defense. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36. But this is just the type of field position this offense wants. To the ground with the back.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. The Red Raiders want to pick up the tempo. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Stopped after making the catch. Just had a solid pickup on first. Now let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
As a defensive end, trust me, I was a defensive end, I can tell you, you start getting a little lathered up. Now you got your 2nd sack. It's only the 3rd quarter. Your eyeballs are getting big. This is going to be one of those days. I'm going to get me 3. I'm going to get me 4. Shoot, I might even get me 5.
It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Buying some time. Trying to escape and get it himself. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. And that is no good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. Looking for a productive play on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. After misfiring, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Unloads it downfield. Got it in stride inside the 20. Strolls into the end zone for a touchdown.
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. You could see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
And he added the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And the Red Raiders will hustle to the line.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make a miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Great to have perfect blocking, but you can also make your own, and that's exactly what he does, getting it up to the 36. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They knock him down behind the line, and the defense finishing this third quarter in style. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. The Red Raiders decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Line gets set, first down. He wants to throw. Going for it all. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
I don't blame the quarterback for taking that shot either, man. He's hooked up with this guy twice today for scores. Give him another try. They just couldn't get on the same page on that one.
The incompletion brings up a second down. He's not afraid to go deep. He's got it inside the 15. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. Wants to go up top. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. Got nothing last time. Now second and goal from the 3. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. The aerial assault continues. Dances away. And here's a fumble way behind the line. How about that alert play from the defense to scoop it up? And they'll drag him down after a good return.
It's a big mountain to climb, but the defense helping themselves out by getting that takeaway. They're going to need a few scores now, but you needed something positive to happen. You needed the momentum to shift, and I think the defense just did that by getting the takeaway.
looking to push the pace with the no-huddle.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. They'll try to run for it. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. And the Red Raiders are in the hurry-up.
Yeah, and this offense, listen, we're in warp speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down. We're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get first down. And that's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the first down, and now we crank the tempo back up.
The Red Raiders are flying down the field.
And you're going to hear this guy's name a lot. They're going to ride the big fella. He's such a stud. They're going to build the offense around him. This is just game one, but you're going to get a lot of big runs from this guy.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Gets it out quickly. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Third down play from the gun. Fires to the middle. Got him downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. 1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. They'll try to get it in with the run. Forges ahead for 1 to the 8-yard line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Got it! Into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders! Well, we wondered exactly where the momentum was, and it looks as if Uncle Mo might have switched sidelines and switched families.
And momentum is such a big thing. It's such a real part of college football, isn't it? You can just feel that right now. It just felt a few minutes ago like this game was over, and all of a sudden, this team, they're believing in themselves. They've got some wind. They've got some hope. Their defense now needs to get the football back to keep that momentum going.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. East Carolina has the lead right now. Greenville has been buzzing all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by a field goal over NC State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their plan.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
Keeps it on the bootleg. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Touchdown, Red Raiders! The defense with a huge momentum swing, taking it all the way in. This time, it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender, seeing that ball in the end zone. Your eyes get big as saucers. Go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the fourth quarter and about to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The offense lining up for a first down play. He's looking to throw it. He's taking the shot. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Second down after that incompletion. He's going for it all. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. They're trying to get to it. Trying to make magic on the scramble. At the 35, he's loose. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
He can throw it, he can buy time, he can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. He'll try to do it himself. And it took the defense a bit to get a handle on him. A little slippery with all those juke moves. Second and very short here for the offense. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to it. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
Quarterbacks need time when they're in the pocket to complete throws. That QB had no shot after taking that hit.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
A nice job finding a crease to go get that first. And Dave, there's just some running backs out there that feel like they have that sixth sense. They just know where the marker is. They know where that first down marker is, and they're just able to find a way to fall forward and get it.
And I love when they don't dance. Know the situation, right? Don't bounce things that don't need to be bounced. When I need to stick my face in there and lower my shoulder and get a couple yards, I got to know the situation. Great job by him running the ball physical and finishing the run for a first down.
Looking to throw on second down. Finds a soft spot in the middle. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And now this offense on first and goal has a chance to break the tie late. They want to throw it. Flushed out of the pocket. Takes it into the end zone for a touchdown. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. The kickoff team out there getting set. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
They'll throw it on first down. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be second down.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Now, on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you set yourself up in a tough position here on third.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. The quick out. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
You know, in a 2-minute situation like this, you've got to find your best players on the field. When you've got one of the best wide receivers in the game, that's the guy that you need to be thrown to as often as possible in a 2-minute situation late trailing.
They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Good timing on the quick out. Tremendous awareness to get what he could and get out of bounds, and now the offense trying to score one late. They want to just keep throwing it. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like when he wants to go.
And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next game.
They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. And a big opportunity for this offense to tie the game up in the fourth with a touchdown. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. And they can't quite hook up, trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. And he's got it. He's got it for a touchdown. And here in the final minute, they're a single point behind.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game now. All you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the fourth. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they've got it locked up in the final minute after the touchdown and extra point. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. Time to get the ball down the field here, David, but you've got to make sure you're efficient and avoid mistakes.
Yeah, and those 2-minute drills, you always talk about the first down, Jesse. Get that first down, stop the clock, get some momentum going on offense.
Yeah, and good decision-making by the quarterback, too, right? You don't have to be greedy in this situation. Just take what the defense gives you and get yourself in position to win.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
Well, no big surprise here in the fourth quarter. The defense expecting pass, and that's why they've got extra DBs on the field. It's almost like a prevent look. Everybody back there staring at the QB. Going to be hard to throw into that. Obviously, the ball falls incomplete.
That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. Timeout called by the offense. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left. This is a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Lost one deep down the right side. And the pass is complete. He's got it at the 20. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, trying to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Lets it fly deep downfield. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Into the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down. They'll send out the kicker here. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. So now on comes the field goal unit. It's good. Celebration erupts on the sideline as they take the lead in the final seconds. That late clutch field goal put them on top. They can almost taste victory if they can keep them from scoring to tie or win the game. They make the stop. The coverage team up to the challenge as they put a stop to the return and an end to the game. That was fun, and it was big time, and it is a confidence builder to come through waning moments and win a game like that.
Confidence builder, dream maker, right? Those are the things you dreamed about in the backyard, drawing it up with the clock running down. You're going to make the play to win. Your offense is going to come through in the clutch. Jesse, that's exactly what they did.
No doubt about it, David. That's a tough situation to be in. There's so much pressure on these individual players to have to step up and have to make that big play. But you could see the belief they had in each other, the respect they have for each other, and now moving forward, this is a huge confidence builder for this team.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.